Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I have a 2016 Mercedes C-Class. What's happening is we have fault codes for rise time too slow, as in the wagon, it's air suspension all around, it's not rising. Man dropped on him on the road, had to drive it home like that, and that's the way it's sitting at this point in time. Right, well, first thing we done is kind of in hindsight. We got in to look at the compressor and see what the story was. The compressor is located in underneath the passenger side front wheel in here, okay? Here is the actual compressor itself. It's situated in underneath the wing, under the wing, above the right front bumper like that. 3 bolts hold it on. Part number, see it there, quite easy. It's only thrown out 25 psi, and it should be thrown out up to between 10 and 13 bar. We're not doing our test, okay? Anyway, main dealer and spurious. It was quite dear, between 800 and €1,000, a week or 10 days to get it. I got this on the internet from this crowd. I ordered it yesterday, €29. So big dibs to these chaps, Aerosus, for getting this thing. I'm going to get it in, get it fitted, get the bracket here swapped over, and then we're going to do our pressure check again on this. As I said, 2 bar that was thrown out, which is about 25 or 30 psi. It should be thrown out, I'm told, between 10 and 13 to hold the car at its height, and then between 13 and 16 to rise it from low up. Okay, so we'll get her into it, see what the story is. Guys, as you can see with the air suspension, just warning, vehicle fitted with height adjustable suspension. Always get into jacking mode before you do it. There's a little button down beside the actual where the center console would be. Our gear lever, our handbrake would be on the normal car. I'll take a picture of it just to show you, but in there, little ride height button. If there's a little LED illuminated on it, press it until that light goes out. So it's going to be in jacking mode, okay? And that'll save you doing any damage to the air suspension. Okay guys, just to show, that button there is actually the jacking mode button, okay? So if you come in and the light is illuminated, you need to press it for that light to go out. If you come in and the light is not illuminated, you're okay to bring it up on the lift. I believe the problem is only when the car is rising or dropping that there's going to be an issue, okay? So that's what I know of this jacking mode on the air suspension. Guys, just our checks underneath the bonnet. See it there. That 40 amp fuse here is for power to the compressor. That relay there is the suspension compressor relay, okay? Has to be replaced when we're replacing the compressor itself. We've been issued with a new one here from Aerosus. Okay, so we have that. They said the warranty will be nil and void if that's not changed. Guys, we're in adaptive level control. Just to show, pressure relief valve for system pressure has a malfunction. There's an open circuit. That's where we had it disconnected, so we created this one. Left front vehicle level is outside the tolerance. Signal is below permissible limit value. Right front, same thing. Then we have the correction time when filling is too long. There's a general failure. That was where I believe we started with that fault code. Any other things we could have created, these 2 or 3, I could go back and look at history there, but for now, there's just a look at the fault codes before this thing is cleared and goes out. It's in adaptive level control, just to show if you want to go when you're looking for suspension, okay? Adaptive level control. Go on, we'll go back out and I'll show you. There we go. So if you see that adaptive dampening system or electric level control is where we're getting in to do these activations and stuff on the compressor, just to see what story. There was the fault codes. Functional tests, special functions. You finger work. We can do a reset of that, level calibration, and anything we want to do we can do in there, okay, in adaptive level control. Thanks guys. Guys, it is quite easy to get out. There's this little bit of plastic that runs across the front of the car to be pulled off. Then the wing liner, we had the wing liner out of it. My test process, what I done was, here's the pipe coming out of the compressor. This, follow that up, it's going to a little module here that disperses the air to each independent suspension. So these 4 clear pipes, 1, 2, 3, and then there's one up and inside. 4 are the feed to the suspension. This brown one here is the feed from the compressor out. What I done is I got that pipe off and I just put a Mitivac, it's the opposite side of the hose, it has been done so I can't show it now. I put a Mitivac up on this thing and taped up the thing, got the compressor running, and I'll show you what I done to get the compressor running, and I checked the pressure. I had 25 psi is all, which is quite small. As I said there, I put up a screenshot again. I had specs of what this pump should be thrown out from Diagnostic. It should be between 10 and 13 bar is what it's telling me, okay, but quite easy to get in at. There's 3, so we have 1, 2, you see it? 3 bolts holding it up. It's kind of spring loaded, little thing pops down, but all very easy to get in at and easy to change, okay? Okay guys, here's a little snippet from Diagnostic TSBs. Mercedes-Benz all with airmatic, okay, from 98 on. Air suspension will not rise through compressor, though compressor is running. That is our issue, the compressor is running. When working with models with air suspension, you have to consider how much pressure the compressor is capable of delivering. Sometimes the air compressor will not rise even though the system pressure is approximate 10 bar in resting position. In these models, the air suspension requires a pressure of 13 to 16 bar to rise. Place the car and lift while the compressor is running. You will now be able to see how the bellows are filled with air and the car remains in level. This indicates the compressor is faulty. The compressor must be capable of delivering a pressure of up to 16 bar. Now, as I pointed out, unfortunately I didn't get the test process, so I can't show that on the camera. Car is gone now and all. Where the pipe was coming out of this compressor here and up to the little control box that I pointed out, where the 4 pipes are coming for the air suspension. So we have the pipe coming out of here, a little brown pipe, and there's a new fitting that came with the new compressor, but I didn't use it. So that fitting, what I done on my Mitivac is I just basically screwed that into that and I put a bit of tape on it. So it's very DIY, very homemade job. When I actually turned the key and ran the compressor, I didn't actually turn the key. I went in, as I showed there earlier on, I went into actuator test and I could run it. I was only getting, if we can see it there, 25 psi. So if it was any bigger, probably could break or burst or damage my Mitivac. But that is the test process I done on the compressor, and I wasn't doing it. That's where I got the specs from Diagnostic, 13 to 16 bar, and I had under 2 bar was 30 psi. I had 25 psi, so that's where I stopped. As I said there, I'm showing you where the fuse and the relays, and it was all fairly straightforward. But just in case this helps anyone, lads, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and hopefully my hints and tips are good to someone, and I'll see you all in the next cartoon. Talk to you soon, guys.